This video is sponsored by Art of War and Deep Cut Studios. Check out the description below for a wide range of excellent hobby resources such as battle mats, pre-painted terrain, and premium token sets.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the Warriors Table. That's the first time I've said that. That's going to take some getting used to. I'm Tom, and I'm joined by...
You're joined by reigning WTW champion, Iain.
The current first inaugural, soon-to-be deposed champion.
We shall see.
If you didn't see the Moonstone Battle Report, this is our lineal title. Basically, Iain is the champion. Whoever is the champion, they get challenged by anyone on the channel. I am challenging you. The challenger gets to pick the game, the scenario, as long as it's something the champion plays. So I pick something you've not played in like 4 years. So what are we playing? What are we playing?
Today you've challenged me to a game of The Walking Dead All-Out War.
Yeah.
Which we used to play a lot.
And you know roughly how it works. So the advantage I have is I've just came off an event, which I came second in, which we're going to play with the scenarios from the event.
Yeah, cough, sweaty, try hard.
We're allowed to for the belt. We're allowed to, all right? And I thank Ian Delaney for this because it was his scenario and he was going to be the one who challenged you, but he selfishly decided to have a birthday this weekend.
I know, how rude.
I've had to step up. So we're going to play a really fun scenario called The Crashed Helicopter. As usual, we're playing for fun, but this is quite serious because I do really...
You say fun.
I really want this.
You say fun, but this is mine.
Yeah, this matters. So we'll show you our crews, we'll get set up, we'll be back in a sec. And these are our survivor groups for today's game, capped at 200 points, as the Best Defense event pack says, and I've just gone for a weirdy hodgepodge. I call it Andrea's Daycare Centre. So we've got Andrea, this is the Ruthless Hunter one, so she's not actually a marksman, but she can make people panic when she shoots them, and she's got a crossbow and a bandolier, because I went to an event and it's cheese, and I couldn't afford an actual proper rifle with the points I had, because I've got a lot of models. We've got regular Scavenger Glenn, Nimbly. We've got Carl, the trainee sharpshooter, who's got a Smith & Wesson for an extra red dice, and of course his lucky hat. And then we've just got Bear, Lacey Green, who does ventriloquism for the kids because she can throw her voice. Sophia, who can give extra actions to people in their kill zone. She's the orphan in denial. And then Billy and Ben, they're just there because they give you a little bit of synergy with Andrea for defense. So I've somehow got 6 models at bang on 200 points that have a lot of overlapping stuff. So it's a lot to remember, but I'm just going with intimidation. Look how many activations I have, Iain. What do you got to say about that?
Yep, I'm just going to go tournament filth.
Anything's allowed for the belt. Anything's allowed.
For a belt challenge, you're a tournament tryhard. I have gone with a fluffy thematic story-based list because I'm a fluffy thematic story-based player.
And there's only 3 models in the keyword that you're playing.
There is, yes. So today I have brought the Hilltop keyword. At the moment, as of time of recording, there are only 3. That is Maggie Green, the Hilltop leader. She's a tactician. I have armed her with pretty much what she's carrying. She has a Stair Og A3, which up to 5 inches gives her a 2 extra red dice in shooting, and a single beyond 5 inches.
28 points, it's tasty gun.
In theory, it's a tasty gun. We shall see, but those red dice, they're never my friend. She's also got a bandolier, and then she's also armed with a Hilltop spear, which won't do a huge amount against walkers. Adds a red dice, but it has sharp and bludgeon if she gets into melee.
Yeah, it's good against survivors.
With a survivor, and survivors don't get any benefit from defending an obstacle with it either because it's got a long reach. Alongside her, we have the one true Sophia, Time Jump Sophia, who is a stroppy teenager at this point, and she is Sophia's surrogate daughter. She has a keepsake and a tear gas grenade. She also has synergy with Maggie, where she can give up an action to give Maggie an extra action.
I'm just showing the appreciation for the t-shirt that she is wearing.
She is wearing her WTW Championship Belt Defense t-shirt. So yeah, she has a synergy with Maggie. Maggie has a bunch of things which we will get to in the game. And then rounding out the crew is Jesus, kind of iconic character from both the comics and the series.
He's very good.
He is armed. He's wearing a leather coat, which allows him to reroll blanks when he makes a defense roll. He has throwing knives, which are single use, chuck him 6 inches, add a red dice. He has a blue in melee, a white in shoot, and a white and a red in defense, and a special ability. If he runs more than 5 inches, he adds a blue to his defense.
He's got a whip with him as well.
He does. He's Indiana Jonesing it today. To make use of that white dice in shoot, he has a lasso, which is 6-inch range, doesn't do any damage, but can knock you prone.
Lovely. So you can see we've got a crashed helicopter behind us, so we will set up the board and we'll talk you through this scenario. And here we are all set up for today's game. This is the crashed helicopter. This is the last one I actually played at the event, but definitely the most entertaining game. We, as you can see, have found a crashed helicopter in the forest. Surprisingly, that's where Scenario gets its name from. And the job for us is to basically try and get as many supply tokens from the helicopter back off our deployment zone. And that's kind of the aim of the game. When we've got 5, the game will end, but we can obviously go more than that. Whoever has the most off at the end of the game wins. If it's a tie at that point, it's whoever has some still on the board on their survivors. So essentially you can search any part of the fuselage with an action, and then you go back to your deployment zone, you spend an action to drop it off. There are no supply counters on the board because obviously we're raiding the helicopter, and this game does come with its own event deck which is specific to the helicopters. There are some cards in there, like a storm's coming, I'm sad to say, that may come up, but there are also things like the fuselage exploding or crew coming out of it and all manner of stuff. If you're near the helicopter, you get extra cover because of the smoke. So it's a white dice. And aside from that, you've got 14 walkers that start on the board, but it's going to rapidly grow from there. You have rolled to have initiative.
Yep.
You've definitely deployed, shall we say, the northern board edge is your area. You left Jesus on his own.
I've taken a cagey deployment, terrified of Andrea crossbowing me to death.
Yes, we've done a gentleman's agreement that Andrea and Maggie will not shoot each other this turn because of line of sight, unless one of us does something stupid, and there is a free line of sight there. I've just lined up down the middle because I have no fear. I've got all the activations in the world, and you wouldn't harm innocent children, Maggie, would you? So we're going to start the game. Iain has priority. Let's get to it.
Okay, so first activation is going to be Jesus.
That's 1/3 your activations going in.
I'm looking over, I'm going, you're going to have free reign for most of the turn. Jesus has a special rule, moving target. If he runs more than 5 inches during his activation, he has a blue dice to his already white and red defense. So that's exactly what he's going to do.
For America!
He is going to run up to 8, but he's just going to stop just shy of 8 next to this walker and pull in the old man. And that will add a blue dice to his defense for the rest of the turn.
Lovely. So I'm going to start with Lacey Green. She is going to take a sneak action to stay just outside of the kill zone of this old man. She has the distract ability, so she can throw her voice when she makes noise 6 inches away. And all I'm going to do is make noise at this point, which is going to draw this walker that was in base contact with the tree around there as it hears her, I don't know, echoey yodeling from away from the helicopter. And yeah, that's her done.
Okay, so the true Sophia, the one true Sophia, is going to activate next. She is going to do her supportive daughter additional action, so she can give up one of her actions if she's within Maggie's kill zone, and that gives Maggie an extra action. So that's exactly what she's going to do. So Maggie will now have 3 actions available, and then she is just going to sprint around to the redwood over here, which will draw in this walker here, who's going to come and say hello. And then we roll a 50-50 dice, and on a shield, Maggie gets to activate immediately. So let's just roll that here. Maggie gets to activate immediately. We will cut, figure out what she's going to do, and come back in a moment. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate another of the special rules in Hilltop Crew this time.
Just speed running your turn.
Yep. Maggie is going to go, she's going to use her leadership ability, which is organized leadership. She can give up one, for each activation she gives up, she adds a blue dice to a special pool. Friendly Hilltop models can use those on attack or defense rolls. So she's going to give up 2 of the 3 activations she's got, and then she's just going to sprint the other side of Sophia, so she stays with Sophia in her kill zone. So about there, which will then draw in this lady walker from the helicopter. She'll come to there. And that's me activated out over to Andrea's Death Star for the rest of the turn.
Okay, we're going to go with Glenn to start with. He does get an extra action because he's near Sophia, but there's like literally no extra actions to do. We're burdened with extra actions we can't use with our crews, aren't we? He's got an 8-inch sprint, so he is going to 8-inch sprint around to about this position here. And we have to see if he makes some noise because he's got tread lightly. So on a star, he doesn't make any noise. He does make noise. Well, the old man is now very interested in what he has to say about things. But luckily I'm nimble, so I should be okay. Do not worry, Glenn, though. We've got defensive squad to save you. So Sophia's going to go. She's just going to sneak to this position to be within the kill zone of Glenn and Lacey. end her activation, she's happy. And then Andrea is going to barrel around to here. And I think the nearest walker, we said, if we go a little bit further, is going to be this guy who's going to go directly towards her. She's going to just point a gun in his face, ready to blow it off in a second. And then we've got the boys. And then very simply for me, Billy and Ben are going to just sneak to this position here. Carl, because he just does not care, he's the absolute Chad of the children on my team, is going to sprint to here. He's going to make noise, pull that walker in. Let's get some fights on the go. Okie dokie, it's all peaceful so far. I mean, there's a lot of melee that's going to happen, but apart from that, we're all good. So we've got no walkers that have moved in, so we're straight to the event card. So go ahead and draw one, mate.
Okay, so the first one that we've drawn is the Rapture. All threat levels, all prone walkers immediately stand up. If there are no prone walkers in play, we have to draw another card.
Oh dear, but there is red dice worth of threat we have to add straight away. So do you want to roll us that?
Let's roll that.
Nothing. Okay, good news. Okay, and then we'll draw another card, which is something in my eye. So +1 to the threat, which is going to take us to level 2. And this says you get to pick a survivor with a ranged weapon, and they cannot fire it next turn unless there are no survivors with ranged weapons, which I don't think I have any, and I don't think you need to worry about it.
No.
Do you want Carl to not fire his little rifle?
That crossbow is not a ranged weapon, no?
No, it's melee weapon. I mean, it totally is.
I love the fact that it doesn't say friendly survivor. So I think Andrea will have, unfortunately, something in her eye.
Yeah, Andrea's got some. She's got a walker in her eye at the moment.
She does. She's going to get some blood in her eye.
And then we get +1 to the threat because it's melee, so we're up to threat level 3, and let's go do some fighting.
Okay, so we will start from the back. We'll go with Sophia first. Sophia is going to be a big, brave girl, and she's going to punch this slimy old man in the face. She's going to take advantage of Maggie's little pot of blue dice that I have. So that means that she is rolling a single red and a blue into this walker.
The walker gets 1. She obliterates him.
Smashes it in the face.
Next person?
Next person will move up and we'll go to Maggie. Maggie has a white, which she can re-roll, and a red for her hilltop spear. So she is also going to attack.
Walker gets a blank.
She gets
a dead.
3 and a headshot.
I feel like the melee is much safer for you, and the shooting is probably much safer for me. And then you've got Jesus with all of his kung fu skills.
We've got Jesus. He rolls a blue by default, and then he adds a white because he isn't carrying a melee weapon. I don't think that he particularly needs the extra blue, which is sitting on Maggie.
You say that, 1. I think you're good with it.
Yeah. Smash. Jesus smash.
Right,
over to you.
Yeah, I will totally do the same here. Okay, so I'm going to work my way across. Let's see if Glenn can just get out of trouble. So on a star, he dodges away because he's nimble. He does not, so he is going to have to fight. I'm going to choose to defend, mate, because a white dice is better than a red dice. I get 1.
Okay, and we get
blank. Hey, so I will back off away. Andrea is going to punch the walker in the face with 2 red dice. We'll see if we can do better with this. She gets 1.
The walker gets 1.
Alright, survivors win ties, I'll take that. And then we've just got Carlito. Carl is he's just going to punch it as well. Come on. Nothing. 1 from the walker. He will take a point of damage, but thankfully it's not a bite, and he'll just get pushed away that way. I'm not quite as good at the kung fu as your crew, but I've survived it, that's the main thing. And here we are at the end of the first turn, and things look a lot nicer on your side of the board than mine, mate.
Starting to clear them out, at least until the event deck screws us over.
Yeah, there's no dead walkers on my side, but I do have priority going into turn 2, and I think the searching is going to begin now, so let's see how we get on. So first activation for me, we've worked out that bar sprinting and Magical Christmas Land with, walkers getting tied up, like Glenn's the only person that can search, so we might as well see if he does a freaking grenade or something. So he's going to walk to here to not be in base contact with this walker. He's going to give the fuselage a little tickle, and he's going to grab nothing. It's a box of nothing, but he thinks it's valuable, so I get a supply token anyway, which is good. So I'm going to bank that, and I'm totally not going to stand there for the rest of the game now, like trying to find things in this. So that's Glenn done.
Okay, so Sophia is going to go next. She is all pumped from punching a zombie in the face last time.
Punched its head off.
She did. She's been training.
Sure you can.
She is going to give up an activation, so I can add a blue dice to the pot of Maggie dice. And then we'll roll the 50-50 now to see if Maggie's going to activate immediately. Maggie is going to activate immediately. We'll think about that afterwards. But now Sophia is just going to sprint. So we've pre-measured. She's got room to get to the helicopter fuselage. She'll sprint to here.
She'll punch the helicopter.
This walker, and she will get a combat. Okay, so Maggie activating now. Maggie is going to do possibly something a little silly, but it's Walking Dead.
Must be nice to fire you gun. That must be great.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Carl's got a gun. I don't know what you're complaining about.
That's his Blaze of Glory gun, that is.
So Maggie is going to give up one of her activations to put a blue dice in the pot, which I actually said last activation with Sophia. She is going to sneak to here. And then she is going to open up on the prison zombie.
Yeah, I don't know why you've decided to bully this is psychological warfare because the belt's at stake, isn't it? You could have took any walker, but you were like, do you know what? I'll take the one that's for your crew, Tom.
Yep.
Well, he's going to set a par of 2. He's a tanky boy.
So I'm rolling a white and a red.
Blessed by Dexter.
Oh! That, but I get to re-roll the white.
Go on then. Oh,
still the same.
It's a strong boy. It does make mayhem your gun, doesn't it?
It does.
So we go up to threat level 4, and we've pre-measured this. So 10 inches is going to bring that walker round to her.
Yep.
This walker in. This walker's going to go into Glenn. Zombie Walker is less than impressed at Maggie's shenanigans, so he's going to walk in.
He's going to get in.
We believe this one is going to go as the crow flies to basically clip the edge of the fuselage.
Yep.
There.
And then the red walker will come in.
This old man is going to go basically where that walker was stood, so it'll be in Glenn's kill zone at the end of the turn. And then we've got a lady over here, which is probably going to go into Sophia.
Yep.
I mean, considering how good you are in combat, for anyone else that would be pretty horrible. But for you with your extra blue dice, I feel like this is just something you do now.
Yeah, we'll see.
Nice work. So I've just moved the tree that's between this lot here, just so you can see what's happening. Billy and Ben are going to go. They are going to run to the fuselage, which is going to draw the nearest walker in, which is this one that's going to get into Glenn anyway, so I don't think I lose much here. And I'm going to search, and I'm going to get a frickin'... Why is there a lurker in the tail? A lurker, Ian. So this is two red dice against me. I can defend.
I'm guessing that the helicopter landed on a walker.
I get one on my defense roll. Don't roll high. Thank you for the blanks. Yeah. I greatly appreciate your efforts there. I'm going to gain a supply token, and I'm going to thank the dice gods that didn't screw me then.
Okay, so having seen Maggie get swarmed due to her inability to actually hit things with the gun, Jesus is going to save the day. Jesus saves, as they say.
You could have said he'd provide some salvation. It was right there for you. It was right there for you.
Yeah. Anyway, he's gonna whip crack Lady Zombie here. So he's gonna get his lasso out, and he rolls a blank.
If she rolls a 1, she does not get lasso of justice.
Nope. And then it doesn't make.
No, there's no noise to it.
No noise. He is then going to sprint with pre-measured, so he's going to sprint to engage this walker.
Yeah, the blades don't count as
which will
terrain.
then bring this walker round and allow me to not have Maggie face 6 red dice in combat.
Yeah, completely fair and valid. Right, so I've got all the activations in the world, so let's just remove these so you can see what my grand master plan is. So, first person that needs to go is Soph. She just wants to be within 2 inches of Carl there for reasons. Lace is going to walk to here. She's going to make noise 6 inches away. So she's going to pull that walker to there. So basically this terrain is going to be against it now for the rest of the game. Andrea just wants to play interference. So Andrea is just going to also just stay here. So she's within 4 of the fuselage. And then Carl's left to go. So it's pretty straightforward at this stage. I might try and lower the threat a little bit with the extra action that I've got with Andrea. So let's just see if she can hold her nerve. She can, so we reduce the threat down to, I think we're down to 3. I think we were in 4 and I've nudged it. We go down to 3. And then it's Carl. So Carl gets an extra action because he's in Sophia's kill zone, which is good news. And we did mention that Carl has a predisposition to go absolutely nuts in games. And that's what he's going to attempt to do. So he is going to sprint to here, which is going to pull in the nearest walker, which is this one that's just within 10 inches. So this is going to walk basically into Sophia's kill zone. I'm going to shoot my gun first, just in case I draw something crazy from the deck. So I'm going to try and shoot into Maggie's combat, because we've said that this is basically infinitely high, so I can't shoot Jesus, but I can shoot into Maggie. So I roll 50-50 dice. On a shield, I hit Maggie. On a blank, Iain chooses who I hit. Shockingly, I hit Maggie. And then this is going to be against her defense mate, but obviously you've got extra dice if you need it. And this is going to be a reliable handgun, which is a white and a red, but if I get any headshots, I can add a white to it. Do you want to use any of your banked dice here?
I mean, I was hoping to save them for combat, because I think they might be more use there, but now that I know you can potentially add a dice, I might have to take one of them. So
I'm just going to stroke the belt off camera just to pressure him. So
taking one, so I have 2 blue dice in defense.
Okay. So I'll set your pass score of 1. You're all good. Yeah, shockingly, nothing happens there. It does cause mayhem. There are no eligible walkers to move, and I didn't roll any headshots, so I don't have to check my ammo. Oh, sorry, there is one eligible walker, but we've planned for this. It's going to go into Andrea. Like, almost by design. It's my grand scheme coming together. And then I've got 1 action left, and I'm going to search this fuselage. And I get another frickin' lurker here, and I get what I deserve there. So Carl has to defend. Red dice versus 2 red. I get 1. 1. Hey, I'm happy, and I get a supply token. Now, I'm absolutely certain Maggie's going to rinse Carl in a second for his discretion, but for now, it's gone well. Remember when we said that we were doing a really good job? I mean, you were doing a really good job of clearing out the walkers, and now everybody's in combat. So, Sophia's just had an extra walker go into her melee. We're going to draw an event card. I'm the player with priority, and we get the helicopter crew. So if you didn't think there was enough walkers out here, they're going to have got 2 red dice worth of walkers that we place in base contact with the terrain piece. So it's going to be 2, 1 each. That's not too bad. So we'll place those. Yeah, we'll place them now. And yeah, that could have been much worse.
I mean, you're not Sophia.
A walker looks like Rick, who's drunkenly piloting the helicopter, has came out to try and eat Sophia, but you've put one on the boys, Billy and Ben. Shane's came out the tail. Why are there so many walkers in the tail of this helicopter?
I'm guessing the helicopter landed on a party.
Yeah, pretty much. So there's a lot of melee that we need to do. There's potentially a lot of death that's going to happen here, so let's get to it. So we're going to do my combats first, because I feel less worried about mine. So Andrea's going to go first. She's fighting a walker. She's got 2 red dice, but she also gets a re-roll because Billy and Ben are within her kill zone, technically. So she's going to see if she can kill this walker. She does. It's definitely dead.
Yeah.
So get rid of that one. Speaking of Billy and Ben, let's see if they are able to defend against this walker. They get what? They are! Happy days. They don't knock it down, but they knock Shane away. And then Glendalf, can he just nimble himself slightly out of combat? He cannot, so he will have to defend. He does get extra white dice thanks to Sophia, because she believes that he's the real dad on this table, not Jesus. And yeah, shockingly, he's all good, so he's just going to create the tiniest bit of separation.
Oh, hang on, there's an extra 2 dice. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's still good. He's still good. And let's see how it goes for you, mate.
Okay, so we'll leave the big one, which I'm terrified about, until the end, because we've tallied up how many dice Sophia's going to face, and it's kind of scary. So Maggie's going to go. She's going to attack. She has a white and a red, and she can re-roll the white.
So she's got 2 walkers, which is 3 dice. They get 3 total.
We've got 3 and a headshot.
So it's just a tie. You win all ties.
It is a tie. Do I re-roll? No, I can only re-roll blanks, so that's okay.
Okay. So basically, inch of separation. Those 2 go away. Jesus has got the same situation. 2 walkers, so 3 dice.
Yep, but he has a blue and a white.
Yeah, he's tasty, isn't he? Walkers get nothing at all.
Whoop, they're away. Jesus gets 3.
Yeah, so he'll knock them both down. We'll
Yep.
put some prone tokens out for them in a second.
Soph,
This one's fallen over.
let's reset tally dice, and then we'll figure out if she's defending.
Okay, so Sophia is facing 4 walkers, which is 10 dice. What would you like to do?
I think she's going to defend. She has a blue from Maggie's pottle dice, and she's got a white. Kind of wishing I hadn't spent the blue earlier on defending the shot that Carl didn't do.
It's okay. It's a bit nasty.
It's going to kill her.
It's enough to kill her, and she will become a prone walker. So if we just separate these walkers out a little bit, we won't put them into Jesus or anything like that. She hasn't got any supplies, is the good news. You've not lost anything that way. You've just lost an activation. Does Maggie go particularly angry at any point?
No, she doesn't care.
She doesn't care.
No.
She's such heartless, this Maggie.
She's a heartless widow.
Glenn would care. And this is how things look at the end of the second turn, Ian. The second turn, and we're already absolutely panicking here. Sophia dying was horrible but inevitable, really, with the amount of walkers that was there.
Well, you threw Rick into her. You added 4 dice when you could have put them into Jesus.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do. It's Belt Tom. Belt Tom's here now. I've seen the prize. It's ready to go. You having initiative is both good and bad going into the next turn, isn't it? Because you can do something, but there's so many walkers that are there.
Yeah. I mean, I think realistically I get 1 activation where I've got some agency.
Yes, and I think it's trying to get the supplies now with 2 models is a tricky issue. I think the good news is you should be able to cut through the walkers with these 2. It's just whether or not the numbers do the other thing with it. I'm going to continue to use child exploitation to get mine.
I just have to get round and kill the children.
It's gone to turn 3.
Okay, so after a lot of deliberation and trying to figure out exactly how we do any kind of survival out of this, we think that the activation of choice for me is Jesus. We think that Jesus tries to whip crack the prison walker. If possible, knock it down, and then run round into Carl, shutting down Carl's handgun for the turn.
Don't know what you're worried about, mate.
Meaning that Carl can't get Maggie swarmed with mayhem.
Yes, it gives you activations to play with.
It gives me at least 1 more activation. So I think that's what we do. So Jesus gets the whip out. Can he Indiana Jones this bugger? He gets it too. He does. Knock it prone. And then we took a lot of thought about this, and we think because of the 1-inch separation on the pushback from a combat with Maggie, Jesus has enough room to run round.
Yeah, because the bases
between
are smaller.
these guys. The bases are only 25mm, and an inch is 2.54. So
the levels you go to when the belt is on the line, it's hard maths coming in here.
So we run to here, into Carl.
And that'll
pull the old man walker off of Glenn into Carl. And remove 1 of your activations.
Hey. Glenn sees this and he's not impressed, but he's going to at least force Maggie to make a choice here. So I'm going to make a search action. And I get some bandages. Good news. It's not a lurker for once. Happy days. And then I'm going to just absolutely peg it now. I've got 2 supplies to the back of this tree. So at least I've got some level of hefty cover. Now, I've got my Reebok Classics on, so we'll see if I make any noise. Do I tread lightly? I do tread lightly, so I do not make any noise with Glenn, and that gives him an opportunity next turn to go and deposit those supplies.
Okay, we will excuse if this gets a little bit messy, but we're not entirely sure how this will work out.
We'll do the bullets first, we'll work out the after effects. That's the rule of life, that is, Ian.
I think that is.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
We're going to take the classic Belt Tom approach. So we've measured out, we've got this marker here shows the end of Maggie's run. So Maggie is going to be a big brave girl.
Yep, she's going to thread the gap.
Thread the gap here, which will bring her round. And she'll make noise, which will bring the closest walker we think is this girl here. She will push in and end up on Jesus. Okay, so Maggie is going to, with her second activation, shoot Andrea.
Multiple shots, this is.
Multiple shots, 3.
Rude.
You are over 5 inches away, so I'm only adding 1 red.
I've got a white dice for defense, but I'm within Billy and Ben's kill zone, and they've got Think of the Children, so I get to re-roll my defense roll.
Yep, I get to re-roll blanks on a white as well, so I'm gonna...
I get 1. You get 1.
I get 1.
Right. We're okay so far.
We're okay. Second shot.
And it is per defense roll here, which is the good news.
I
2
get
with a
1.
headshot.
She's hopeless. Oh, I get to re-roll the blank.
You
on
do.
the white.
2. Okay. Andrea's going full Matrix here.
She is.
Third shot.
And the final shot is a 1.
I'll re-roll my blank. 2. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the shooter now.
We
do the mayhem.
We'll work out the mayhem off camera, move them because we think there's quite a lot.
Yeah, we'll cut back. And yeah, everyone's really interested in that fuselage now, mate, aren't they?
Yeah, and that's a thoroughly disappointing round of shooting from Maggie again. But on the plus side, she's not out of ammo.
Hey.
So, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to teach you about shooting. I'm going to teach you about shooting right now. We're going to find the Death Star with Andrea. So I need to see... I'm going to shoot mags, shockingly, Ian. So let's see if I hit my target. I do not hit my target. Would you like me to hit the walker or Maggie?
I think I would like you to shoot the walker.
So shockingly, this is a blue and 2 red going into that walker. It is flawed, but not dead.
Yeah, the walker is just a 1 in defense.
So Maggie can just stomp it in the head in a second. I do get extra actions because I'm near Soph, so I gain a 3rd action. So I'm going to use that as my like bonus one basically, and then I'm just going to walk to here. I think these little tufts of grass. I mean, Ian, you've done a beautiful job. Not you, Ian Delaney here, of like sorting it, but at the same time, it's just not easy to stand on. I'm going to go to like there, try and leave. I haven't got space to go there. Yeah, I'm on this tuft of grass with the intention of leaving space for Sophia. I'm just going to snuck in there. And I'm going to search. And I get riot gear. She's geared up. Now, I already have a bandolier on my body, so I may do a swap-a-rooney and just pop that in my pack and put the riot gear on, because that's good. And I gain a search token for Andrew. So moving the sneak for her. So we're just going to go round off. I'm just going to search because then I can just start running. So Lacey's going to go to the back of the fuselage here. Everybody's falling over. We're going to search. We gain a hunting knife. Ooh, Lacey doesn't mind a bit of the stabby stabs. And then we're going to go with Soph. Soph is just going to move to stand next to Andrea. She is going to search. Don't mess it up, small child. She gets an ammo reload, so she's there to provide Andrea with some bullets. That's me done with all the searching. That is us at the end of the turn. Okay, so here we are going into the melee phase of the 3rd turn, and Carl and Jesus, bad times.
I mean, they now feel like Sophia felt.
So hopefully the event card will not screw us too much. Hopefully there's no more walkers in this. We get -1 to the threat. That's nice. Resources. Each player places 1 extra supply token on the board. The supply token may not be placed within the kill zone of a friendly survivor. You have priority, mate. Where do you want to put one?
This doesn't help me a huge amount, but I'm going to place it over here.
On my side? That's interesting.
I kind of have to come that way to stop you running off with things. So let's just place it outside of a sneak from Andrea.
I'm going to place one within a sneak of Lacey and outside of Glenn's kill zone. So there, just so I can kind of grab one on the way back. We have got combat, so we would add 1 to the threat. You've remembered you've got a rule for this.
I do. I have a tactical advantage special rules at the start of a combat in which friendly hilltop model, not including Maggie, so Jeebus. And on a shield, the threat level does not increase.
There we go. So we're still low threat, nice and chill, level 5, and let's get to the fighting. Okay, so we can probably get everyone done in this melee. Who would you like to go with?
I mean, let's just go left to right. We'll go Jesus first. I think, given that he's facing 6 dice, there's more valor in defense. So, because he ran more than 5, he gets a blue. He has a red and white anyway. Thanks to his leather coat, he gets to reroll blanks when making melee defense rolls.
That is definitely a good choice. So 6 walker dice, set to power of 4.
We're okay. We have 5.
Okay, 2 dead, 1 prone. You kill the ones you want to,
it's
mate.
It's a defense roll.
Oh, it's defense roll. Okay,
yeah,
you're
so
just safe.
Push them away.
You just go, no thank you, sirs and madams.
Yep, we just push them away.
There we go. Let's do Carl. Do you want to roll a bucket of dice at Carl?
I will roll 10 red dice at Carl.
I mean, I could shoot my gun, which would cause another combat for Jesus, but I don't think it really works that way. So I'm just gonna fight because I'm a fighty boy. 1.
That is more than 1.
Is it many by any chance?
It is 3, 5, 7 and a headshot.
Okay, so that would kill Carl. We'd create a bit of separation here, but I think we're good. But I have a lucky hat here. So on a 50-50 dice on a shield, I live with 1 HP. Live for today, baby boy.
He does.
He lives for today. The baby boy says we'll just like do this or something weird and crazy.
Let's just pop that one back.
Mags, can she stomp a walker? She should be able to stomp a walker.
Let me just clear these and then we'll have white and a red. I get to re-roll the blank on the white.
She definitely stomps a walker. He is dead. And then going down the line, I think we've only got Billy and Ben left, who can only defend because they are innocent children against the Shane Walker. And they do successfully defend. Go away, Shane Walker. Nobody likes you. And I think that's it at the end of this. That's
Think it is.
very
and
survivable by everybody.
I'm amazed that we haven't got a higher threat level given the amount of shooting that we've done, but it's more indicative of my poor shooting.
I will say you did get a headshot, so Carl will be bitten, so I'm going to need to make another 50-50 roll in a minute just to see if he succumbs to that. And at the end of the turn, we've had a few walkers that have stood up. The only thing we need to do now is see if Carl is still alive. So we're going to do this shield, he's still good, blank, he succumbs to his bite. Oh, he succumbs to the bite, but then we've got a lucky hat roll. So shield, he's good, blank, he's bad. He's all good. Best boy survives. And we'll go to my priority into the next turn. Oh, we're going for big money, Ian. We're going for big championship money. All right, he's not happy as
It's your filthy list.
As I've just read through the rules. He's absolutely disgusted at me. So Andrea's gonna go. She gets an extra action when she's in Sophia's kill zone. So I'm going to take an aimed shot at Mags, and all I want to do is hurt Maggie. So it's a blue, 2 red for my crossbow, and 1 red for aiming, because I am a support, I am not a marksman. What's your defense, man?
I have a blue in defense.
There you go, you can roll there. I just need to hurt you. Don't roll 3. Yay! Good news. Okay, that is perfecto. So you take 2 damage.
Yep.
Which is cool. And I get to use my Ruthless Sniper ability. Any model but not removed must panic in its next activation regardless of nerf. However, more fun for me, not fun for Ian, is I get supporting fire. If Andrea damages an enemy survivor with a shooting attack and another member of Andrea's group is in their kill zone, hi Carl, that survivor may take advantage of the confusion and immediately, before noise or mayhem, make a single free action of their choice. Carl's going to shoot Jesus. So
you're a tournament tryhard, Mr. Pana.
Yeah, boy. So a white and a red, and if I get a headshot, I add a white to it against Jesus. Okay, well, I think he's dead.
Hang on. 2, 5. He rolled 2. No, he'll be alive.
Hey, he's going to be on 1 extra, 1 health left. Okay, so Carl does the blam blams,
and I can't re-roll because they're not blanks, which is poor.
So we'll cause mayhem, and what we'll do is we'll move the walkers around. And for my final trick, Ian, is I've still got an AP with Andrea because I've got a 3rd action, and the wording of the old Ruthless Sniper is it's the next time you activate. So to stop you from shooting me, I'm going to sneak into melee with you with my newly found body armour. You won't panic when you activate, but next turn you will when you go first.
Filth. Utter filth. I took a nice, friendly, thematic hilltop list and you brought tournament filth.
I mean, it's for the belt. It's allowed. So it seems like it's just me to activate now, Ian, which is good news. It's good news.
I'll just go sit, make a cup of tea.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. So Soph is going to run to like here just to give Glenn an extra AP, which he definitely doesn't need. The nearest walker is this one over here, but it's kind of got to cross a lake. There's like one just over here. So I learned this rule at the event because Ian put it in. Like severe terrain's half your move, but for a walker they kind of go to it and then they have to roll a 50-50, and if they get a blank they just don't move. So he does move, he just kind of crosses it and goes to there. Glendalf walks, spends his action to bank 2 supply tokens for me, and then Lace, she is going to walk to here. She is now technically in Sophia's kill zone, so I'm going to pick this supply token up and we'll see what we've got. It is a booby trap. It's about bloody time, right? He's celebrating. Right, roll a white and a red at me.
This is a Pyrrhic victory.
It is.
These are going to roll blank.
1. Okay, so it will blast onto Soph and Lacey. Lacey's got a defense of a red. She takes 1 damage. And Soph has got a roll of a red. She takes no damage. It causes mayhem, so the threat goes up to 7, and the nearest walker is this one, which robs me of my extra sneaky activation of throwing my voice, but totally makes sense and is fair. And as we go into the melee phase, we've just got big scrums. Big scrums, and I cannot lie. But we're going to have to draw an event card. We get +1, Scattered Debris. Each player places 1 supply counter within 6, so within 5 of the crashed helicopter. Can't be within a friendly model's kill zone. So I have priority. I'm just going to put it, if that's 4, there, mate. So not within Lacey's kill zone, so she can't choose it.
I am just going to pop it back here. I mean, nobody's getting to it anyway. Just leave it outside of Jesus.
I like how the helicopters basically became a pinata at this stage and it's just chucking things out. Do you want to see if the threat goes up for melee?
Yep.
What's it gonna be?
It goes up.
It goes up. Okay, we're on the cusp of medium threat.
I mean, my guys are dead this turn anyway, so...
I mean, Mags is okay. Andrea might pistol whip her, but we'll see how it goes. On to melee then. Let's deal with Jesus. 10 red dice going into him. You're just going to fight back, aren't you? You're going to go.
I mean, I'm on 1 health. There's absolutely nothing to be gained from defending because he can't defend it.
No, he's the hero we deserve.
He's got 4 and a headshot. That's more than 4.
That's more than 4 and a headshot. That's it's a dead Jesus. He'll become a fallen Walker man. He hasn't got any supplies, has he? So
supplies?
Supplies?
Tell me when I could pick supplies up.
You're welcome to roll a bucket of dice against Carl, but we kind of know how this is going to go. So if you want to feel better for rolling the dice, you're more than welcome to do it.
I want to see how many dice he is going to flip. It's not a huge amount.
I'm going to fight back with the 1, but you've done enough damage.
Yep.
So we 50-50 this. On a shield, he still lives. Ian's face off camera is not. He's not pleased by this. Not pleased. Andrea versus Maggie. I have 2 red dice for the slappening here.
I have a red and a white, and I get to re-roll blanks on the white. There we go. 4 and a headshot.
So 2 damage to Andrea because of the headshot going through. But she's got. Oh wait, hang on. Wait. I got riot gear, didn't I? You can discard a dice of your choice from your attack roll.
The dice of my choice.
Yeah,
no, it doesn't matter then. Yeah. I'm dead because I've only got 2 wounds left. Good game. That list is filth.
So we'll go to the outro. And at the end of the game, this is how things look. But I say the end of the game, Ian, but there is something important we need to do, and it's not just replacing this tree. Is baby Carl, will he succumb to his bite? On a blank, he does. Will his lucky hat keep him alive?
There are no words. There are no words that can go safe for work.
I'm gonna say a little prayer to Ben tonight because his 50-50 dice have clearly been on side for me. So that means I end the game with 2 supplies off the board. That is more than your sadly 0 supplies off the board.
I end up with 0 people.
And we will go talk it through. Oh yeah. Sorry, what? Yeah, welcome back. This is nice. This is nice. It's heavy. You're strong, much stronger than I am. I'm like.
This is what you get when you bring a tournament tryhard list to a friendly game.
So I'm the champion now, and I can promise that a rule of terror will take over the channel until someone inevitably challenges me at MCP and I lose this immediately. But don't do that, guys.
No,
don't do that.
I'm gonna put the call out to the rest of the WTW team that they have to put a challenge in. Bring something that he doesn't like to play, and somebody is going to have that belt.
But for now, I'm going to absolutely, in no smug ways, enjoy this. Did you like the scenario at least?
I did.
The dice in the game did not go in your favour.
The scenario was a lot of fun. The dice, as we saw, what should have been some pretty decent multi-shot shooting from Maggie. I think I did 1 damage over the course of the game. I didn't manage to even kill a walker with it. But no, it was a lot of fun, the scenario. Ian has done a great job.
I love the event deck that Ian and Ben have done for it. Like the idea of the fuselage exploding and walkers coming out, or actually, like we said, it was like a pinata in the end because it was actually throwing out supply tokens for us.
It was just blowing. It was like a computer game level.
Yeah.
But no, thank you very much to Ian and Ben for putting together that event pack.
And thank you. You'll always be our first champion.
I will.
You're not the best champion, but
made the championship special.
You have, and I will.
I made the logo.
You did, and I will now ruin this because this isn't going anywhere. This is mine now forever. But thank you for watching. Yeah. We will see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Well, a massive thank you for watching that video, guys. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you want to find some more, they should be over here. And if you want to support the channel and the content that we create here, there's links to our Patreon and merchandise in the description below. Take care.